guys, in Getting Connected, we're going to talk about ionic compounds and formulas. And my computer's slow. So, we should review our simple ions out of this. We should be able to write the formulas of ionic compounds and also talk about their names. So, review on ions. Metals, remember, they form what type of ion, Lucas? What type of ions do metals form, Lucas? Positive ions called what, Kareem? Cations. They form positive ions by losing electrons. Non-metals form what type of ions, Griffin? Anions, or negative ions, by gaining electrons. Here's a little chart that basically reviews what we talked about. Which ones don't form any ions? Noble gases. Moving on, ionic compounds. This is something that we're going to talk about for the entire year, Griffin. And Lucas. Positive and negatively charged particles attract each other, forming ionic compounds. The big deal right here. We know positives attract negatives, but they form in a ratio so the compound has a total charge of 0. I'm going to repeat that. They form in a ratio so that the total charge is 0. So, for example, just pay attention first and then write it. So everybody pay attention. So aluminum sulfide is made from the aluminum cation and the anion of sulfur. We call it sulfide. So aluminum wants to lose its 3 valence electrons, and sulfur wants to gain 2. So sulfide has a total of 6 sulfur has a total of 6 valence electrons. It wants 8. It's going to gain 2. So overall, the total of 6 valence electrons from aluminum go to the 3 sulfur atoms, so that each sulfur gains 2, each aluminum loses 3. So you have Al forming plus 3, sulfide forming a minus 2. But how many aluminums are there? 2. How many sulfides are there? 3. So you have a total overall compound that's Al2S3. The 2 stands for there's 2 aluminums. The 3 stands for there's 3 sulfides. What happens to the overall charge? The total charge is 0. I have 2 plus 3's, which is what total plus 6. And I have 3 negative 2's, which is negative 6. So overall, they cancel out. My total number of valence electrons is I have 2 times 3 from aluminum, 3 times 6 from sulfur, totaling 24 valence electrons. So, all right, moving on. So, it's actually pretty equal. It's pretty easy to figure out the formula if the charge is equal. So sodium chloride, you just copy down. You need one of each. If the charges are equal, the ions go in a 1-to-1 ratio. So like sodium chloride, sodium's Na+, chloride is Cl-. They make NaCl. Okay. Another example is calcium sulfide. If calcium's plus 2, sulfide's minus 2, it's CaS. One of each. And like aluminum nitride, aluminum's plus 3, nitride's negative 3, formula's ALN. One of each. Okay?